Hello, I'm Lucas Stewart. I want to thank you for your time in considering our shelters. Survival Storm shelters are known as some of the best manufactured shelters in the industry today. Our family of companies has built literally thousands of wind-rated structures over the past decade, and we have worked with organizations such as FEMA, the Department of Homeland Security, USAID, and many nonprofits and large corporations. We've worked all over the United States, in Africa, Haiti, Japan, and several of the Caribbean islands. This experience is important when you consider investing in a storm shelter. Our company has the expertise to manufacture your shelter with the utmost attention to detail. When you make the investment in a survival storm shelter, you are backed by a team of professionals that have over 100 years of combined experience in the fabrication and manufacturing business. All of our products are manufactured in the United States of America in our state-of-the-art 80,000 square foot facility. This facility houses our fabricators, welders, design team, operations, and sales departments. In this facility, we use CNC operated machinery to guarantee that your components are constructed to exceed industry standards, and with this, you can feel confident that when the time comes that you do need to use your shelter, that it will provide you and your family the safety you would expect to keep you protected from life's most violent storms. All of our shelters undergo a stringent 75-point quality inspection, and we employ a proprietary pressure testing method on all of our underground shelters to guarantee that your shelter will not leak when installed in wet conditions. Finally, we are a proud producer member of the National Storm Shelter Association. With that, you have a peace of mind knowing that your shelter are not only engineer rated, but they have also undergone a simulated tornado and a second independent engineered review. This peace of mind matters most when absolute protection is required. Now we're going to show you how to install our above ground and below ground shelters. Not only are these shelters some of the best manufactured, they're also easy to install. Two people with basic construction knowledge can complete a typical install on an above ground shelter in about 2 hours, and a typical install for a below ground shelter takes about 4 hours. We understand that investing in your family's safety is an important decision. Take the next step now. For more information, please give us a call at 888-360-1492. We're now going to demonstrate the correct process for installing a Survival Storm underground storm shelter. Gerald and Mike are here today to get us started. When your storm shelter arrives, in most cases it will be delivered by a Survival Storm company truck and driver. Our customized equipment is designed so your shelter can be positioned in most any place in your yard. This direct to your yard delivery will save you time and money. Our shelters are also designed with ease of installation in mind, and you may already have most of the tools needed for the job. If you do need any additional tools, they can be rented at a local rental store. We do recommend the following tools for the installation. Number one will be a transit. You'll also need a string and stakes or marking paint. We recommend a tape measure, a tamp. You'll want a chain to set the shelter into the ground. You'll need a garden rake and a round point shovel. And finally, you'll need a ladder and either rent a backhoe or a mini excavator. We do recommend that you contact your local authorities to receive a dig clearance. This will ensure that you do not encounter any buried utilities when attempting the install. The assembly can be divided into 4 parts. These parts are number 1, to mark the location for installation. Number 2, to dig the hole and grade the bottom of the hole. Number 3, install the shelter and the optional anchors. And number 4, backfill the hole and install any optional utilities. Our first step will be to mark the location for the shelter. You should dig the hole 2 feet wider and 2 feet longer than your shelter floor as measured from the outside of the extended side shelf. Additionally, you'll want to dig the staircase area 2 feet wider and 2 feet longer than its dimensions. One of the shelter's great features is the proprietary shelf design. This design allows the surrounding dirt to act as an anchor that will assist in keeping the shelter in the ground in the event of a high water table. You'll notice in this video that we marked our location with a string and then painted a line on the ground. Our next step is to dig the hole. You will want to establish the grade on your installation site and dig your hole 12 inches deeper than the storm shelter exterior height of the main body. This depth should be dug from the average of the grade of the 4 corners. After obtaining the approximate depth, you will want to check your measurements with a transit and remove any remaining dirt with your shovel and rake. After hand grading the hole, you should next tamp the bottom of the hole as shown here. Now your shelter is ready to set into the hole. Your shelter comes with pick points on each of the 4 corners to enable you to easily attach a chain and lift the shelter into place. The next step is optional if there is not water in the hole after digging, but necessary in high water table installations. You will notice that there are 4 square holes, one in each corner of the shelter extended floor. These holes are sized to accept a 36-inch earth anchor, which would provide additional holding capacity and eliminate any floating of the shelter. The anchors can either be installed with an optional anchor machine or with a short piece of 2x lumber. If anchors are installed, they will have to be securely tightened against the shelter floor. Now we are ready to backfill the hole. You should be careful not to drive your machine over the shelter when backfilling. You will also want to connect any utilities such as water, cable, electricity, or telephone into the connections in the staircase at this point. We recommend that you either sod over the shelter or plant grass seed or spread hay over there after it has been graded. You'll want to make sure when grading the area that the area around the staircase is the highest point so water can shed away from the air vents. This will help ensure that water does not enter the shelter during a storm. Well, that's it. With just 2 men, 4 hours time, and standard power equipment, you're able to get your family protected with survival storm shelters.